we missed it. I didn't think the screwdriver was good. I recently put one in my own hands. You know, I do electrical inspections for a living, so I see a lot of contractors. I grabbed the tool and I instantly knew that I was sleeping on this. So this is the 32313HD, 32313HD, and I'm going to tell you why I think this is a game changer. I think, and let's pause for a second. Klein has messed up a couple of things here, so we're going to talk about how Klein messed up, what they can do better. They could almost start a whole nother line and not call this impact rated, but we're going to get into that. I've got on the table, I've got breakers right here. I've got the older style breakers that require the flatheads. I've got some of these random screws that come with the kits that we're stuck using because they're the perfect, you know, girth and the perfect depth for the certain type of fasteners and the plugs that you install on the wall that we're forced to use. I've got a standard construction screw, which I think pretty much everybody bases their testing off of, which is stupid because it's a construction screw. So of course it's going to fit just about every bit and it's going to do it well, right? And there's no magnet here. They just fit that good. But these bits suck. One key thing to take away, these bits are not these bits. And that's why we all miss it. And we're going to talk about that very soon. I've also got breakers. I've got standard electrical boxes. I've got MC connectors. I've got terminal bars. We are going to dissect this to a level you didn't even know you could break down a screwdriver in. I've done electrical since 2007. I've been inspecting for almost 9 years. I did 6 years of industrial. I've done 2 years of infrared and a mix and match in between. I've built hospitals. I've built basketball stadiums. I've built museums. I've done it all in the electrical field. I'm very experienced. I know within 5 seconds of holding hand tool whether it's going to be good or not. Let's get into it. I'm not going to be looking too much at the chat, guys. But we got George Orway, Sayer, Canadian Diesel, and what's up, Renegades? Okay, we're going to get this open, and we're going to check it out. So let's see how the packaging is, because the Tough Built packaging is absolutely ridiculous. Looks like the Klein is a little bit easier to get into. I'm going to get to the good stuff immediately, so I'm not wasting your time. Your time is valuable. I cut to the chase on a lot of my videos because your time is valuable. I hate people that drag the videos on. We're going to continue to test these so we can see how they fit on screws that shouldn't even fit. Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. This is a screw with a very wide head that you'd find for electrical. I'm going to try and get better for you. That's not a very friendly head. If I was to put this onto a standard P2 made for construction, very standard, you're going to see where it's probably going to, yeah, see the angle? See how it's laying down like this? Watch this. This screwdriver, absolutely flat. Look at this. And I just opened this out of the package. I didn't even know that was going to happen. I can just look at screwdrivers and I can tell you when it's going to be a good tip or not. So is it going to fit on something? This is a cabinet hardware, which would be like for your drawer pulls and stuff. Those suck, right? Those are terrible for construction screws. Look at that. Finally, it fell off. This may or may not fit. This is more of a square with a flat head on it. This is a terminal screw for, you know what? This actually looks like it might be for a coupling. This looks like for a set screw coupling. How does it fit? Because this is a Phillips. Look, right in there. How the hell did they manage to do this? Klein is absolutely amazing. Look at the difference. These tips are not the same. If you look at a standard Klein or a standard driver, you're going to see the difference. You see how this one's shorter? This is longer for construction. We all slept on this freaking screwdriver because we thought that these tips were these tips, which come in this case. So this case here, all these bits, these are garbage, okay? They're not good. You're wasting your money. Yeah, they're Klein. Yeah, they're cool. the box latch is kind of a joke, and they really don't. They're not good for reuse, right? What might be a good reuse spit case that I'm exploring might be this Metabo. That's why we bought it, so we can explore it for you guys. But the bits that come in this screwdriver are on the next level. So let's look at a couple of other ones. If we look at the detail that they have on this T15, you can see where everything on it is flat. Nice, perfectly shaped. See if I can get some light behind there. It's not like your standard bit where they didn't care about the fit, right? They're not making these in bulk like they are some of these other bits from these other, you know, construction kind of grade, whatever it is. You know, you got like your Makitas here, right? There's an XPS, really nice bit, fairly new actually. And if I put it on this screw here, you're going to see where it has a little bit of wobble. It's still pretty straight, but this thing's very, very magnetic, right? But you can see where it's just not as level, and it does have a little bit of play in there compared to something on a screwdriver. The difference, the height, the depth on this, and the fit is just impressive. It's like no play on that. It's not a magnet. So it also ratchets. Yeah, they're laser cutting or something. They are taking their time when they're making these. They're not sending a whole bunch out. This is a bit here from Klein. We can look at the difference here. This is a T25, okay? See if we can find a T25. Maybe it's on the back of this. And they're double-sided. So we're about to talk about where they messed up. And it's crazy that I'm doing this for free for them, but that's okay. They need to know. Here's a T25. And here's a T25. You can see the difference, right? You see the taper? You can see the taper on the construction rated one. And you see where this just stays flat the whole time. And what that's going to do, man, it's going to not strip out your important screws that are made of, you know, really, really soft metal that you can't afford to be stripping out in an electrical panel. This screwdriver is on the next level. I've never seen anything like this. I grabbed it originally because I wanted to kind of make fun of it. The contractor was holding it, and I was like, give me this thing, man. What is this thing even doing? And the second that I grabbed it, I looked at the fit, right? Because the fit here is like really, like you can hear it. Really, really good. I'm not sure how the retention works in there. They must have. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's like two things down there that grab the bit like this. Check out inside there. It's not detents. I've never seen a screwdriver like this. Actually, look at that. They're like flats. The grab on there. This part here has a very nice knurling on it. Not aggressive, not too crazy, and honestly, it feels really good right where it's at. This thing also, yes, Shaka. I appreciate it, man. Got this hat at Cavender's, one of my favorite hats. I bought 3 of them at the same time, and I'm fixing to be on my last one, so I'm going to be sad. I got to buy another one. It ratchets too. And the ratchet has a little bit of play, not too bad. The bits fit so nice, guys. And you know what's different about a 10-in-1 or something? This is one of my favorite 10-in-1s because it's an H vacuum one. And I'm going to show you something. I'm going to try and keep it on this screwdriver, but I've got a lot of screwdriver useless knowledge, right? This is a nice screwdriver, but these bits are very small. So they're easy to lose. And almost all my look, I'm missing this bit here, actually. So there you go. Harder to lose something when it's bright orange and it's got custom tips. Like they're not like anything else. This is where I think they messed up. They show an impact on here. They should get rid of impact. They should make a whole nother branding for these. These are on the next level. These don't even deserve to be in your impact. They should say something like Pro Duty or Klein Fit, or someone else should make up the name. But they should remove the impact here because they want you guys to know that they're heavy duty, right? But they show an impact. I wouldn't put these. If I saw somebody put these on my impact, dude, I would be so pissed. These are different than any other screwdriver tip you've ever seen. Okay, so we got some screws here in this handy box. This is a gangable handy box, so we can just keep adding more and more and more. So we can take this off. The fit on there is like, geez, man, so good. Look at this. I'm going to see if I can remove this screw and keep it on my screwdriver. The screwdriver, I don't believe, is magnetic. Look at that. Watch. Okay, there you go. It was just fitting there that good. As soon as I tapped it on the metal, it fell off. I don't think this screwdriver is magnetic. Let me see. No, it's not. It's not even magnetic, guys. That's just the fit on the screws. So, as an electrician, if you have this driver on you, you're no longer stuck with these BS sizes that we're stuck with, right? Watch this. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing to this screw. And we're going to... Okay. I'm going to see how it goes for this screwdriver. First off, we're skipping, right? So we are skipping because it's a tight screw. So we already skipped over it once. Let's see if we can keep it on our tip. You ready? So I think this one's actually magnetic. It is magnetic. But even though it's magnetic, it doesn't hold as good. That's crazy. I might need to find that. I'll get another one. Got a 4-square screw. We're going to go with the standard 10-in-1. This is a fairly new 10-in-1. Let's see the fit. It fell off immediately. Landed in this bag. I can't get it to stay. Ready? I'm just going to let it go. Okay. So it falls off. This one here, oh look, the freaking screw's still on there. Holy crap, I put it down and it's still on there. This is not a magnetic driver. This is the 4-square screw we just played with. How does it fit? Fits good, not magnetic. Yeah, I've never seen anything that good. And again, to bring it back to the people that just jumped in here, look at the difference. If I go to the end back here, you can see where the screwdriver tip is very custom. And we missed it. We missed it, guys. I thought when I saw this screwdriver, I was like, who the hell is going to buy a screwdriver that has terrible bits in it? Like, that was my thought, because these bits suck. And it's probably the best thing I think I've ever seen. Okay, here comes a real test. We're not even using the square yet, right? Let's go. What's up, Apache helicopter? Look, we're gonna back off on these, and these things are known for wobbling, right? I'm gonna screw it in. And very, very nice, easy to use. I've got a broken tendon, so if I can twist this like this, it's perfect. I guess you would say, kind of perfect. So look at the wobble. Look at that. Can you guys do that with a Phillips with your screwdriver? I don't think you can. Let's see. This one's going to stay? Yeah. Well, it's trying to fall. This one stays, but you can see the shape of the bit. And we're still using a Phillips on square Drives. What about these? These are a pain sometimes because you almost got to have a 5/16 to get them in. Okay, so this is going to be a problem. This is where it's going to meet its match. These are very hard to get with a Phillips. They just are. Okay, it's not going to grab this one. Will the construction driver grab it? No, the construction driver is not even as good. Look at the depth of it, right? It's not even trying to grab it. We grab this one. It's a little bit better, but it's still not going to grab it. If we do something with a magnet, right, of course it's going to hold it because it's got a magnet. Like this thing is like a really, really, really decent magnet. Let's see here. No. Maybe. No. If we try it with... This is the standard construction Klein bit. Yeah, it's just not going to hold it. So we'd have to go to something more specialized. But we haven't even played with the other bits yet. And we're almost grabbing everything. Got to race in about 30 minutes. Good luck, Jamie. So, can't remember the name of these, right? I've got that hot take on screwdriver sizes, right? So I prefer the ground shank because you never know what you're going to do. So you want it to be a strong blade. As you can see, the sheetrock dust on this one, probably because I smashed it in the wall and used it as a pry bar. You can see where this is a better shape for just about everything, so it's good for screwdrivers. When you get into specialized electrical fasteners, you wind up with something that's more flat on the top, which is what Milwaukee did here on this set. And I said I didn't like it. Why didn't I like it? Well, Milwaukee didn't label any of these. So when you open this, you can't see any numbers on it. You have to flip open each one to find out where your bits are. And it would have been really nice if they were labeled. Not too much to ask when you're charging a premium and claiming to be a premium tool company. But if we look at some of these bits for the Milwaukee here, you're going to see where we do wind up with a nice flat here. Not great for prying, not going to last as long, but definitely a really nice fit. So these screwdrivers have that fit in mind. And they come on this. So this thing is like for terminating. This is your daily, like, terminating screwdriver. None of your bits are going to touch your impact. And it's just, this thing is awesome, man. I've got so many more things to tell you about this. First, I want to show you one thing about a Klein kit. Gotta find it. Here you go, here. Klein has an impact rated heavy duty set, right? What's special about this, you see where this piece right here is black? Okay. Right now you can get this set for $13 at Lowe's. And what we're going to do with this right now is we're going to upgrade our screwdriver to the ultimate screwdriver is what we're going to do. And I would suggest you do the same because if you're daily carrying one of these and it doesn't have this black, in a pinch, you never know what you're going to need to do, right? So we're going to actually throw this one in the bushes out of this screwdriver. And we're going to take this black one, which is impact rated. And now we've built a hybrid screwdriver of the best possible because now I can put this on my drill if I need to. Like I can actually physically chuck this into a drill. Let me show you. We can take a drill. We can physically chuck this in a pinch. And we can actually lock it down. You can't do that. You can't do that on these. It'll break them. So, food for thought. Klein makes a bunch of really good stuff. They don't make it all at the same time. So, sometimes you got to take apart the heavy duty, right? And then attach it to your HVAC in one to get the best of both worlds. So right now we have probably the best combination we can possibly have right now. Because I can put that in my drill if I need to. We've got our bits now. And it fits in my HVAC in one. And then I got it mixed up, right? Yeah, so it fits in my HVAC in one. And then my HVAC in one has a flip drive built in that switches from 1/4 inch to 5/16. So it's just that much less pieces to lose, and it's got a magnet in it. So to go back to what we were talking about, we're having trouble with this screw. We're not going to have trouble with this screw anymore because we've got a magnet built in. So right now, you can see it doesn't fit on the 5/16. You slide that up, and now it's on your 5/16. And that's the HVAC in one. But now we've got the heavy duty impact on our HVAC one for probably the best combination you can get with a decent magnet. It's not the best, but it's sure enough to where you're not going to lose the fastener. So that's what I would do. For $13, if you want to not get caught in a bind and have to stick this in your driver, we've all done it and we've all broken them before. For $13, go get this kit, chop it up, pull this portion out of this bit, and pop it in your favorite daily. That's what I'm doing here. All right, back to the Klein screwdriver. The fit on this is absolutely insane. And we're going to continue to play with it. We've done enough Phillips stuff. I want to do some terminal bar stuff. So I've got a brand new terminal bar right here. Yeah, okay. I want to see if we can grab one of these screws because these are definitely not going to be magnetic. How does it fit on them? We should be using a square or a flat head. Can we tighten it? Still skips a little bit on there. Let's see what the flathead does on this. So we'll be using this flat probably, or a square. And I really, really like the bit retention on this. And if you missed it earlier, the detent is not like a regular detent. It's actually like a flat up there. It's really weird. Not a ball bearing. The ECX, like the Milwaukee, yes, I did. Haven't had time to pick them up. But they're good. They're good. I just really wanted to see the fit on this. So there's a fit there with substantial weight on it. What about this flathead? This thing's just not going to cooperate, guys. This one's hard to get without a magnet. Got another terminal bar here. That seems like it might be a nice fit. Screws loose. That's not too bad. So if we're trying to install this in the back of a panel, and we pulled the screw all the way out for whatever reason, because we were having trouble getting all the strands of copper in the stupid hole, right? And we pulled the whole screw out. We see the margins on it. We're trying to get the screw all the way in the back. How's it going to work for us, right? Probably not too bad. Let's see. We got to make sure we're in drive. This is one reason why I don't like ratchets, because you don't know if you're in drive or not until it's too late, right? Here's our terminal. It's okay. It's okay. Not bad for a flathead. Not bad for a flathead at all. What you're going to do on a 4 square screw. It's not the best fit. I'm not going to pretend like it is. But it's a flat, and we just put in a terminal screw, so not bad. Oh, that's okay. Let's look at the breakers. Nice little flat screw in there. This is why I swear by this driver. This one right here. Because for 1000 volt, right, this is going to be your everyday screwdriver. It's my everyday screwdriver now, I'll tell you that. The 10-in-1's dead to me if this thing's around. 10-in-1's already dead because of the HVAC 8-in-1. But this right here, being able to flip these out and change them out is just too good because they're big. And they sit right here in my Vito. That's where they sit. Now, what we're exploring right now, I found these on sale at Lowe's for $13, I think. And they're the WIA. And they don't have a pinch point like the Klein, like the Milwaukees. If you look at the new Milwaukees, they're trying to pawn off that flat as a fish tank puller. And they have a severe pinch point because it's all flat right there. So if you're really trying to pull on something, you just don't want them. So these are really thin. I thought they'd be nice in this pouch because they fit actually really nicely, and then you still have them on you. But these right here, I got these for like 16, and they have that power button, which adds more leverage. Other way. Gotta push the button somewhere. I gotta just open them out of the package. They have a power button. We cut a 3/8 bolt in half with our bare hands. I did it 3 times. I did it twice live. I did one on a video. We destroyed these. We bent the metal on the physical pliers, but they will do it. So, yeah, they're in here. Good for nails, things like that. But this is the reason why you want this, because it fits right in the back of these breakers. You hear where it's nice and tight, factory tight actually. You could hear it had that click to it. So we're nice and back in there. Really useful for working in the old Federals, old Zinskos. You're doing a service call, whatever you're doing. Gotta have a little thin screwdriver like this. Let's see what these flats think about it. And I'm going to pull the screw all the way out so we can see how nice it is. Because if you've ever had to get a screwdriver in the back of one of these, sometimes it can be a little bit daunting. And now it fits really nicely. It fits really, really nicely. And put it back in. It's a good fit. Not bad at all. Versus the fit for the terminating, you can see where the narrowness is probably going to turn around and bite us. Just a little bit. See if we can get it out. Still fairly nice fit, gets the job done. A little bit more wobble getting it in there, but still a nice screwdriver. So we got the knurling here, which you'll notice it's actually nice. Helps as you turn. It's not a screwdriver that's pretending to be something else. It's for the purpose. The bits are specially designed, they're specially sized. It's got a different retention system than you've ever seen. The bits are longer, so you can reach into the back of things, but also you can actually see what you're doing. A lot of people will tell you get that magnet that goes on the front of these, and it makes it magnetic, and it's like blocky right here. Makes it really hard to see a fastener when you're trying to tighten, especially for 4 squares. I bought that Makita one probably, God, I don't even know, almost 15 years ago, right? When the Makita Golds were a thing. And I was holding it up here like this, and all I could see was the Makita block, and it made it really hard to see the screws. Yeah, it was really magnetic and it was nice, but you definitely want to, you know, take everything with a grain of salt on the internet when they're showing you stuff. That's why we do most of our stuff live. So there's no retakes, man. If it doesn't work, it don't work. Here's an older screw here. I just pulled this thing out of the package. This is the most I've ever played with it. But I played with one for about 2 minutes that was on somebody's hip the other day. And I knew that I wanted one. We got the screw out of the breaker. Can we hold it level? Yeah, we can. It's a nice fit. Really is. Can we get it back in there? Yes, we can. And then to tighten it, spin it, and on. Nice. This is definitely going to be a daily. This is a good terminating screwdriver. It's got a couple of more features here. I like to see how it fits inside the tool pouch to really know, is it good or not. So we're going to go ahead. We're trying to get it in this one. It's fairly long. I don't know. I know it fits. Okay, so it does fit actually. That's not bad at all. Doesn't stick up too far. It pulls out nice. Pulls out good enough. It'll train. Oh, there we go. It's all the way in there now. It's going to have to train, but it's not bad. If we take a standard pouch, like this Klein right here, I gotta find the Klein pouch. I thought I had it handy. Okay, Klein pouch is not handy. We're not gonna go get it either. Unless you guys really want me to. Yeah, I think we need to. I think it's too important. We need to go get it. So here's a Klein pouch. Okay, so this one's going to fit in all of them. Yeah, it's fit in all your screwdriver pouches there. What's the look inside of a $200 Vito? Fits real nice. Yeah, not bad. Let's fit in a tough belt. A little bit too high for a tough belt. You can loop it in here, man. I hate. Well, if they just made us some better loops on this tough belt, man. It's a nice pouch and all, but it could so easily be better. It really could. Man, I wish I could find that one pouch from Klein that I've got. There it is. Okay, this is a big one. How does it fit in here? So I need it to fit, obviously, in the back here. Let's try this one. I think it's completely trainable. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's completely trainable for back here. We just haven't trained them It'll fit in here, the ones that we've trained, probably. It's a weird size, though, honestly. It's in between... It's in between this and another screwdriver. So regular Klein screwdrivers, they fit like this. Nice narrow shank. Of course, I put my conduit reamer on it, but these really just kind of fit down in there. And then, of course, you know, your 10-in-1 standard. They should hug back there. Yeah, see, nice and in there with no training. I think that this is trainable for this pouch. It's just going to take a minute to wear it in. But I think this can fit like this. The big deal is that I got it in my Vito. Because the Vito has to be trained when you get it. It's not like this. The Vito wears like iron and acts like leather, even though it's not. So I'm pleasantly surprised to see that I didn't have to put it in one of my side pockets. Because this is my hollow nut driver there. And then 1000-volt screwdriver goes there and protrudes down the bottom. And then you got these. So yeah, it's great for a daily. It's a good screwdriver. What's up, JN? So let me show you how a square 2, SQ2. We've been doing everything with a flathead or a Phillips for this whole video right now. We've been using Klein's flathead, doing everything, which is pretty insane. The number 2 is really the weapon of choice, but the fact that we could do it with everything else. So there's that screw that we had a really hard time holding. Wiggle it around. Pop it back in there. The squares feel really good. If I was to take a standard Klein square, what's the difference? You can see where if we were to go same height, right, you're going to see where this is more flat on either side. This starts to narrow in and taper. So you're left with just a way better hold than anything standard. So if we did the same thing with the construction driver, I'm sure it would work. Just how well is the question. So it's got a little angle to it. It's still going to work though. We've been doing like this for years. But you can see the angle on it. Little cross thread there. It's going in an angle. There we go. So this is the one. The one fits all the way in there. Will the one even hold it? No, the one's not going to hold it. It's not meant to. Put the 2 in it. Yeah, nice. Look at that. Look. Ha ha ha, no magnet. There's no magnet on these guys. It's just that fit. That fit is absolutely amazing. Look, to show you no magnet. Oh, I had to pull it off of there. So if it was magnetic, it might do something like this. That's not magnetic either. For sure it would do something like that if it was magnetic. Good stuff. I like it. When are you going to need the T20s and stuff? things like this. This doesn't have one. This doesn't have one, but if you look at some of the newer bus sections from Square D and stuff, actually their plug-on neutral disaster that Klein had was the result of a torque screw not being tightened enough. And it bolted the bolt-on, the stab-on neutral section to the rest of the neutral bar. And it used a Torx screw. So do electricians need Torx? Kinda, yeah, specialty stuff, but you can use them. What I wouldn't do, to reiterate this to Klein, I think you got such a good product here. You guys have been working on this for quite some time, obviously. You need to get impact rated off of here, because I don't think you should be putting these on your impacts. Will they go? Probably. Let's see. I think the impact rating thing is more for, you know, are they strong? They clip in like a regular impact, though. Better than I thought, man. Honestly, I thought that it was only going to grab this back portion. But it actually goes in there very nicely. I wonder what the 860 with the non-American collet thinks about it. This is the unreleased 860 at the time with the wrong type of collet. Way deep in there. Obviously lots of play, but still holds on to it nicely. Interesting. Interesting. So that's the difference of what we're looking at. But yeah, all in all, a good little screwdriver. There's one more thing that I discovered in the field that sets these screwdrivers apart from anybody else that Klein does. Nice, Josh. That's going to be a nice one, dude. I saw that, and I could have gotten it. They actually had it at my store for some reason. But I wanted an 845, and I wanted an 800. I just wanted to try it out, man. The 800 is such a small little drill. I wanted it. And it's XR, so. This is what I discovered. When you're up against a wall, because usually the panel is like right in the corner of the garage, where the garage door opener is. And everything's in your way, and you can't exactly just get straight in and start loosening this. Sometimes you got to stand. Panels on this wall over here from me. Let me go flat. I'm standing in between where the garage door would shut on my head, right? So the garage door is going to shut on my head. I'm standing here, half in the garage, half outside. The panels on this wall, and you're doing this number, loosening the screws, because they've got something in front of the panel like they always do. What you can do, you can put this on the palm of your hand like this, and you can hold it up against the panel like this, and you can just start palming this thing like this and get it to spin, man. It is a game changer. So to show you again, like this, right? And then just start going like this. See how it spins? And that 400-foot long screw that probably goes to the neighbor's house just comes right out. And it's so much better. It's better for tightening. It's better for loosening. These little spinny things in here act like control screwdrivers, so they pivot in the back. And man, they are so good. it puts 10-in-1s to shame. It really does. This new style of Klein, I'm really liking it. They got a lot going for them. Let's do this. This is the best way to check how a screwdriver is going to react. It's almost like a golden standard. You can only do it once, and then you can never do it again. And I guess we'll do it live here for you guys. So let's see. When you're cutting the threads on a brand new panel for the panel cover, there's a certain amount of torque that's required to cut the initial threads. Once the threads are cut, it's a lot easier to install that screw. So we can only do this once. Let's do it now. We're going to open this up. I got this load center for like 14 bucks on clearance. I don't even think it has a main breaker in it. But it does have panel cover screws. Nice. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, that right there, that's what we're after. Now let's see the fitment of one of these screws. Running out of room on the table here. We can try the Phillips. Let's do the Phillips first. There's the Phillips. This is the PH3 actually. So we need to get the PH2. It actually kind of fits pretty good for not supposed to being fitting at all. It yeah, it barely wants to. This is anything but a Phillips screw. It fits in there nicely, but it just does not. It's not going to do it. It will tighten, but you can see where it's starting to skip over it. I'm not pushing that hard or really turning that hard, but it really doesn't want to turn the screw. So I figured we'd try that. I didn't think it was going to work, but it was worth a try. Here is the flathead here. It fits all the way down in that screw. And if we hold this level, this is level now. That's the line of where the screw is falling. If we go for a really nice fit, which would be probably the same thing. This is a 1/4 inch Milwaukee. Where'd it go? This is a 1/4 inch flathead from Klein. If we compare by holding this level, that's the fall. If we compare by holding this level, you can see the fall on it. Very similar bit. Does it have any play? It does. Can you hear it? Let's see if the Klein has any play. Klein is about the same amount of play. Maybe less. It's about the same though. So the tips are professional to say the least. Let's get a PH2. Like a freaking glove, right? Not even gonna try. I'm gonna switch my bits out and close this screwdriver while I'm holding this in this hand, and even pull this out, and it's not gonna fall. Put my bit back. I'm gonna shake it around a little bit. You know what? We might just try to pick it up by the screw. There we go. It's a good fit. It really is. Yeah, it just fits in there. Perfect. Okay, what's it feel like cutting the screw? Let's find out. I think I'm going to clamp it to the table. I think that's what all the cool kids are doing. Let's get a clamp. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is because I usually do. Even though I don't have any money on this. I just like the Klein stuff, man. We're cutting screws. This is a brand new, never before whatever, right? So it takes a little bit of force to get it going. It really does. For you to understand, I can activate the I don't know how to tell you how hard this is. It's not hard, but it takes a little bit when the first screw in the first bit of metal. It's kind of making its final threads once we get to this last portion. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold this here like this, like I said I would. And I'm going to palm it to see if I can spin it in there. It's nothing like it wants to go. I can palm it backwards. We can hold it back here like this and spin it, which is definitely nice, but the camera sure is shaky. Hang on. Let me clip you to my light. It's not attached to the table. Hang on. That might work. Doesn't act like it wants to work, guys. Really does not want to work. They're trying. I feel like it's just waiting to fall. Oh well. Okay. Okay, we can kind of palm it. Let's see. No, it's not going to work. So we're going to cut the threads on this. And we'll use a ratchet to do it. It's got a really nice fit on it, though. I kind of want to play with the flathead before we get it too far in there. Yeah, flathead fits nice. Okay, now can we take it out by palming it? Let's see. Here we go. Should be a lot easier. Pull this out. It's got a lot of flex because it's not on the wall. Okay, so that's tightening it. Can we palm it tightening it? Ready? Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's not bad for a. It's not bad for a square. The stuff is you know, impressive. You know, I know you guys like this stuff. I know you guys like it because it's shaped like your favorite pacifier. This stuff isn't the best just because it says we are or because it says Knipex on it. They make good stuff, but if you look at the handles, you look at the shape and all that, it really doesn't give you that much torque. It really doesn't fit your hands. And you guys you watch a lot of these different things on YouTube, and they tell you what's great for whatever reason, and that's cool. It's probably fine, but look how small the handle is beside this one. So I mean, just completely no leverage. I don't know. I've got the wheels. I've got all the high-end screwdrivers. This is a $300 torque screwdriver. So I've got screwdrivers. If you want to play, well, Robert, what should I go buy, or what works really good? But that screwdriver there, I honestly think it's probably one of the most impressive screwdrivers I probably ever reviewed. I don't know what's wrong with it yet. There's got to be something. The handle is a little bit straight. It's not as wide as I like. I like when Klein keeps this part skinny and widens out the handle a little bit, just like this. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. Now, see, that's too big. It's too big. I don't know. It looks weird, right? Because it's like it's all the same width. So maybe it's just a look that just looks strange. The handle's very straight, and there's no bump off of it coming this way. Let me put you back on the stand so I can explain this better. Hang on. Move this light. Was not planning on having to do that. What's up, mortgage maintenance? So it's just weird. Let me get this panel out of my way before I cut myself. The other day, like I like supporting a lot of people on the channel. I don't like sellouts. And the other day I saw somebody, they had a video and it was talking about the tough built channel locks. And the video before that, a couple of weeks ago, you know, they were talking about the Knipex. And it's like, I don't want to see any other video about channel locks when the Knipex are around. You know what I mean? That's like my thought. So I don't look at like all of the tools, because once I find a tool that I like, it's kind of like, why fix it if it ain't broke? I bought this only because I've used it since, when did they come out? 2008. 2008 this came out. I've used it for that long. So I know it lasts. It doesn't fall apart. The screw doesn't come loose. I think I used the same damn blade for all those years. And I'm going to show you where you can put this in your tool pouch, which is a game changer, here in a second. But Milwaukee has one. And I saw a contractor with it, just like I saw a contractor with this. And I was looking at it, and it looks nice. It does. But when you use something since 2006, and you only got to buy another one because your whole house gets contaminated with mold, and you literally have to throw away everything you've ever owned and restart your life all over again with a mortgage that's now tripled, and you buy the same thing, you know, that's what's going on here. So you're seeing a lot of stuff, you know, I'm buying now that looks new. All my tools are shiny. Hey, why are your tools so damn shiny? Hey, I had to spend $250,000 in cash, not towards the house, in cash to rebuy everything I've ever owned, and then restart my whole life at a $400,000 mortgage all over again. So that's where we're at. That's why the tools are shiny. Now you guys know. I want to get this open, but I want to look at this screwdriver handle because it's just weird. I'm trying to explain to you why it's weird. The Milwaukee screwdriver kind of feels kind of weird to me too because it's very straight, very similar, but also longer. Look how much more room you have for space. I really actually like this Milwaukee handle. It's really light. It's almost criminally light. It's kind of weird how light the handle is. The stuff fits in. It's a nice set, don't get me wrong. But there's no point in buying it when this stuff is around. How did I lose? Here it is. When this stuff is around. So if you ask me, I say get the Klein stuff because it flips. You can replace it. And not labeling this down the middle, not giving us like what they are without having to flip up the flaps. It's just really surprising from a tool company that's just supposed to be top class, top notch stuff. So they don't get a pass on that. If you're going to be Milwaukee, man, you better come out swinging. If you're coming for Klein, you better come out swinging. They didn't come out swinging on that one, so they don't get a pass. That's unacceptable. Yeah, it must just be because it's like the same width. It's something just off about the handle. It feels fine. My hands are fairly big. It's less rise. That's what it is. Check it out. I found it. You see how thick the insulation is here? So we started with a nice taper. If I was to put something on here, we went from skinny to a little bit fatter. And I think it's that portion right there that feels really good. Where my thumb and my index finger meet, there's something very comfortable about that contour. And this has it, but it doesn't have that teardrop shape. Morgan likes them. Awesome, dude. It's slightly missing that teardrop shape. And these guys know what they're doing, right? They've got the teardrop down to a T. Because when you grab here and your thumb, you get that teardrop feel. But the handle's just not big enough, and it's just not. They just don't do it for me. So I think that's what's going on. Yeah, because this has it too. So this is where you grab that screwdriver. If I had to say one thing they maybe messed up on, which I don't even know if they really messed up on, it's just very, very picky, but why it feels different, I guess you would say, would be that the teardrop is here, and it feels like a very straight screwdriver. And for whatever reason, I feel like there's a little bit of value here in your turn because your turn doesn't come from back here unless you're really wrenching on something. But your speed comes from back here. And then your speed when you're really trying to turn something and get a good bite on it like this, it comes from here. So if you're really spinning something, it helps having this just kind of perfect when you're spinning. This even feels good too. A nice real estate right here to grab. It's got the little kind of contour, not contour, but the just different things, right? It's purposeful that they've got these ridges here. And your fingers are kind of coming at an angle. So you would say these ridges are flat and going this way, so they would slip. But they don't because it's at an angle, so your thumb is kind of opposing those edges. And you're winding up with a grip coming from this direction. I don't like how hard it is to take bits out of that Klein he's talking about. Man, they are very hard to take out. They're hard to lose. That's what that means. They're different. They've got, it's not a detent. It's like a flat spring thing. Let's see if I can find it in there. There it is there. Yeah, you're right. They are hard to take out. But if it's going to be a daily driver and it's going to sit in a pouch like this, and it's going to be in there, you don't want them able to fall out at all because you want to be able to whip this out however you're doing it. It's really stuck in there. And you want that bit to be on the end of your screwdriver. So I do agree with you that it's hard to take them out. but that it kind of gives me a lot of confidence that my bit's going to be on the screwdriver. And honestly, I don't feel any worry. Oh, in the handle. I've got a lot of confidence in this driver that my bit's going to be there. You know, I'm starting to lose confidence in. If you're going to carry this as a daily, you got to make sure that you don't spin this and twist it to pull it out, because look what happens. If you don't have a good set, like where it just doesn't fit really good and pop in and out like this, like I've gone to the trouble to train this like a lot. And this, I mean, I can probably pull it out with my thumb and my pinky, you know what I mean? It's very easy to pull this out. If I twist this, if I close this in and I twist it, it spins this thing and you lose your bit. So be thinking about that if you're going to rock this daily, that you want it in a nice loose spot and not be trying to spin it while you're trying to get it off, because you don't want to lose your bits in your bag. Let's see. So on the handle, they've only got one real grab point, and that's at the top. You might be talking about their multi-bit driver with the Allens and the security bit, because that's kind of hard. But these, they just lift right off. And there's no grab down there. And that's why I say I slept on this, man. I completely missed it. I completely missed it because I think everyone thought that they were these bits from this set. And they're not. They're not these bits at all. Not even close. Completely different shape, completely different feel. Everything. Even like a standard construction bits right here. If I line them up, you can see where the construction bit goes further down and starts to taper at a more aggressive, narrow angle. If you look at their squares versus their other squares, the construction square starts to taper here too, but these stay flat. And the fitment, and you really can't tell until you pull out a Torx. Right here. You can really see the flat on the Torx. Very vertical lines going on that thing. Just a really, really impressive fit. I don't know what to rate this, man. I rarely ever give anything a 10. It's a go buy it and put it in your bag and be happy. I don't know if the tips are going to last. I don't know who's making these. Klein obviously has reached out somewhere to somebody and asked for something very specific. I hope it's not the same people that are making their construction. If it is, they're not going to last, which is why I would say don't put these in your impact driver, which is why I started off with this saying Klein shouldn't call these impact rated. They should call them something else. Klein extra duty. They could call them Klein extreme fit. They could call it something else that speaks like it's, you know, heavier duty. But they put impact right here to advertise that they're impact rated. But I think it encourages people to put them in their impact driver. And that's where if Klein is using the same people that make this construction bit set, these will not last. Why does bro look like Vsauce? So I got a couple of things. Let's get this open. This is a roto split, or the what do they call it? BX and armor cable cutter. That's what they call it. So let me change gears here. Let me get a couple of things off the table. Okay. Just got a whole tool haul for you guys, apparently. Don't put 1-inch bits in the new screwdriver. Oh, I want to try that. That's a good idea. Okay. If we put a standard bit in this screwdriver, what happens? Oh, very stuck. Very stuck. Do we do it? I think we should. I don't want to do it, but I gotta know now. What happens if you put a 1-inch bit in here? It's in there. Now I've got really, really good grip strength because I've been in the field for so long. So they probably do require pliers, but we're just going to see if we can pull it out. Yeah, we can pull it out. I can also pull bits out of this thing here, which this thing, if you know what this thing is, it's not easy to pull bits out of that easy without pliers. Actually, the instructions on these say that you have to use pliers on the actual marketing of the packaging. They're like, you need to use pliers, but there's a little trick here because it's got that detent there. So if you kind of grab it like this and you kind of give it a little wiggle, just like that, you can hear where I've dislodged it. Now I can pull it straight out. But that's good. That's good that we. What if we accidentally put this thing in upside down? Are we hosed? No, we're good. Yeah, but definitely very, very stuck for the average person. No doubt. Okay. So we should have. Okay, this one comes with an extra cutter, so comes with an extra saw blade here. Supposed to use a screwdriver. Okay, so there's the blade there, the extra blade. Or is that the blade? Damn, that is our blade. Okay. It does not come with an extra blade. That is our blade. Perfect. Unless the blade is in here in the instructions. Let's find out. No. It's not. That is our blade. The last time I put one of these together was in 2008. So we are going to at least look a little bit at the instructions so I don't build this thing completely wrong like an idiot. This goes all the way in there. The nut goes on top of here. I should note that I never, ever, 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 in all the years, my nut on my Klein never came undone, ever. We're going to go ahead and get it a little snug. And forget to put the blade on. Nice. Did that live too. Perfect. Okay. Got to put the blade on, obviously. It needs to cut something. So we got an arrow for the direction. How does the blade go in? You see here. Does it drop in there? Does it drop in there? We might need to read the instructions, man. It's been too long since I've freaking made one of these. that come undone? Okay, I guess we're reading the instructions. Damn. No problem here. Blade goes right on, right? Oh, no. This thing has to open up. Someone please tell me so I can save myself from, was it just dropping there like this? If you're doing a lot, I don't get it when the two cuts. Okay, so a lot of companies, if like let's say we were going to go build an AT&T, or we were going to go build a whatever it is, insert project here, right? You're going to get some of these larger contracts with a full-time safety guy and all that stuff. There might be like 300 guys on your job site, okay? Just for electrical. And they're going to say, this is a required tool. If you're caught without this tool, you're going to be sent home, and they're going to make you sign it, because when you've got that many people that you're trying to train, jump in between, and make sure that everything gets installed properly, they usually start mandating that you use these, and you're not allowed to use your diagonals. That way, when they go to turn power onto the building, they're not getting in a whole bunch of shorts and stuff. Because if you're green and you don't know how to strip MC, you know, you're going to mess it up. So I had some MC here, but that was, you know, a minute ago. So hang on. We'll find it in a second. I gotta get this damn blade in here. By the time I get this blade in here, my kids are gonna be home. You know what? We're gonna skip the blade for now. And I will have to figure that out. That's wild. Too long since I built one, guys. We're just going to keep it moving. That's what we're gonna do. So we'll put this in, put this right here, and I'm gonna show you where you put this on your rig, right? So if you'll see here, this is your, let me just see if I can zoom in. Yeah, so that is your hammer holster. Okay. This goes right here. And it actually locks in. You're going to see, I'm going to push down here, and this is going to slide into this portion. There. That's never coming out. It's the best thing for an electrician. It's the best spot for it. That's what that's for. Because, you know, we don't use hammers. So put your roto split in your hammer holster. And that's another reason why I specifically bought the Klein. Or, yeah, the Klein, because I knew that it fits in the hammer holster. I don't know if the Milwaukee one does. We will come back to the blade thing later. Maybe. Probably not. Next thing we got is the 40 volt XGT. from Makita. We can do this now or we can do it later. I kind of want to put it in my hand. I might not test it out, but I do want to see what it's got. So let me zoom out more. I actually like the feel of these wheels. I like that they don't have the pinch point like the new Milwaukee do. Looks like they got a lot of real estate. Handles are a little bit small. I do prefer the Kleins when it comes like if I actually wanted something that I was going to use to cut or really do something with. But they're very needle nosy, which is, you know, what needle nose should be. They're less heavy duty and more kind of dainty, but they fit. They fit in this pouch really nicely in the screwdriver slot. Sorry, it was this one. So we're gonna rock them, and they would surely fit really nicely in any other slot. I'm gonna try them out. My phone holder's fighting me. Hey, look, I found a knife. Can't beat the fastback, man. What are you looking for in a fastback? You're looking for blade storage. Magnets is a nice touch for the blade storage. And you're looking for a knife, and you're looking for something that's just reliable. I haven't found anything more reliable than this. The Klein might be good, but this is tried and true, man. This is there's no bits on this. There's no screwdriver. It's just a knife. It's lightweight, and it has blade storage, and it works very well. I don't go looking for anything else because this works so nice. The Fiskars one, the blades fall out of. So we got this bare tool for free. Rebate from the other Makita kit that we bought. I want to put some settings on it. I don't know how much power it has. I don't know anything about it. There's your comparison there. That's the they're both 40. So you buy the kit. We got this for free, courtesy of Texas Southpaw. Okay. We are in speed 4. Speed 3. Speed 2. And speed 1. Why is there a hole? What the? Why is there a hole there? Is there supposed to be a hole there? You can see the spring and the detent and everything in there. Now, well, is it a 1/4 inch bit? That'd be crazy. It looks too small for a 1/4 inch bit. Yeah, see, it's too small for a 1/4 inch bit. And it's all centered. It's weird, man. Okay, keep it moving. Speed 4. And then we got a mode 4 and 1. I don't know what that means, but both 4 and 1. And then we got a mode 2 and 4. 3 and 4. 1 and 4. Okay, so 1 and 4, 2 and 4, 3 and 4, 1 and 4, I don't know. It's interesting. Does it do anything for the light? We're going to read the instructions on this one. Looks pretty gentle though. That should be. Let's just do 4. I'm going to regret doing this. Don't hurt me, impact wrench. Got some pretty good hits on there. Feels like it's pretty strong actually. We'll have to play with it soon. I like this. This is underrated right here. The motor obviously gets hot when you're working with it. It's something that a lot of tools should just do. It doesn't weigh that much. And Makita did it on their XTT16. It was one of my favorite drivers. And it's appreciated here. They also do it here on their 40. It's a nice touch, man. You're out there, you're building a deck, it's 100 degrees outside. And you're in between something, you're trying to do something at an angle, whatever you're doing, man. This thing makes contact with the edge of your arm or whatever's going on. The plastic is a nice touch. Then we got these. We're going to be trying these out. See if this is a viable bit case. And we bought a new hard hat. Seems like $90 now. It's crazy. Why did he decide to buy another piece of trash? It came with the other trash. So it was a buy one trash, get one trash for free. I kind of want to try it. You guys want to see it? Let's try it. Let me get some wood. We might. Yeah, let's do this. We're going to go this way. We're going to relocate the camera to this guy here. Okay. What in the world? Sorry, guys. Trying to get this on the, there we go. Just look away for a second. This is what you guys were on, so yeah. Wobbly. I'm gonna get you guys closer. Okay, we went to Lowe's today. These are like 17 cents right now. These are 12 cents. These are like, I don't know, 8 cents, I think. These are like 60, 70 cents. I want to do this one. This is a 3/8 by 5. I'm going to go in this knot right here. We're going to leave the flag so we can see the RPM. But I got to get a socket, which is a half by a half. Here we go. It's not bad. Look at the detent sits right in there in that hole. The kids are here, so we're going to get out of here. Someone tell me why there's a hole in my impact driver. My wrench right here. Anybody know? We'll do one more. We'll see you guys later. We're out of here.